Is that clear? So, what have we got here? When I read these lines, I'm 100% sure you might have followed me. The political expression of gender division and political mobilization on this question helped to improve women's role in public life. We now find women working as scientists, doctors, engineers, lawyers, managers, college and university teachers, which were earlier not considered suitable for women. In some parts of the world, for example, Scandinavian countries such as Sweden, Norway, and Finland, the participation of women in public life is very high. In our country, women still lag much behind men, despite some improvement since independence. Ours is still a male dominated patriarchal society. Women face disadvantages, discrimination, and oppression in various ways. The literacy rate among women is only 54% compared with 76% among men. Similarly, a smaller proportion of girl students go for higher studies. When we look at school results, girls perform as well as boys, if not better in some places, but they drop out because their parents prefer to spend their resources for their boys' education rather than spending equally on their sons and daughters. No wonder the proportion of women among the highly paid and valued jobs is still very small. On an average, an Indian woman works 1 hour more than an average man every day. Yet, much of her work is not paid and therefore often not valued. Equal Remuneration Act 1976 provides that equal wages should be paid to equal work. However, in almost all areas of work, from sports and cinema to factories and fields, women are paid less than men, even when both do exactly the same work. In many parts of India, parents prefer to have their sons and find ways to have the girl child aborted before she is born. Such sex selective abortion led to decline in child sex ratio. Number of girl children per thousand boys in the country to merely 919. As the map shows, this ratio has fallen below 850 or even 800 in some states. There are reports of various kinds of harassment and exploitation and violence against women. Urban areas have become particularly unsafe for women. They are not safe, even within their own home, from beating, harassment, and other forms of domestic violence. Women's political representation. All this is well known, yet issues related to women's well being or otherwise are not being given adequate attention. This has led many feminist and women's movements to the conclusion that unless women control power, their problems will not get adequate attention. One way to ensure this is to have more women as elected representatives. In India, the proportion of women in legislature has been very low. For example, the percentage of elected women members in